My beloved child, come closer to me. Listen not with your ears, but with your spirit. For today, I speak to you with a message that carries weight, urgency, and divine purpose. I speak of something that has already begun unfolding around you, something written in the unseen realm long before your eyes ever opened to this world. My child, your name, yes, your very name, has been placed on a huge money transfer that was meant to reach your life a long time ago. It carries blessings, opportunities, release, restoration, and the opening of doors that were closed before you even knew they existed. But before I reveal more, I need you to understand the power behind this message. What is happening around you right now is not coincidence. It is not chance. It is not luck. It is divine timing, my timing. And my timing never comes empty. My timing never arrives without a purpose. Whenever I move because it is the right moment for your life to shift from where it has been stuck, to where I destined it to go. My beloved child, you have prayed for change. You have cried for answers. You have begged me silently in your heart, even on days when your lips could not form the words. You asked me, when will my life change? When will my struggles end? When will I finally see a breakthrough? And now, I answer you, the breakthrough is here. But you must open what I place before you immediately, or the door I am opening for you will close again, just like it did in the past, when hesitation stole what was meant for you. My child, you don't even realize how close you came to receiving this transfer before. You were inches away from a blessing that had your name written across it in the realm of the Spirit. The angels had already moved. The path was cleared. The abundance was prepared. But someone around you, someone whose heart was not pure, stood in the way. They distracted you, confused you, made you doubt yourself, made you doubt me. And in that moment of hesitation, the enemy snatched what was on its way. But not this time. Not again. Not in this season. Because I, your God, am stepping directly into your situation. I am removing obstacles, exposing those who hide their envy behind fake smiles, lifting burdens from your shoulders, and placing opportunities into your hands that no human can block. And this money transfer, this divine provision, is part of that move. My beloved child, let me tell you what this transfer truly represents. This is not just money. This is not just financial help. This is not just a deposit. This is compensation, heavenly compensation. For everything you lost, everything that was taken, everything delayed, everything stolen in the invisible realm by people who did not want you to rise. You have been held back long enough. You have been overlooked long enough. You have survived long enough. Now you must live. This money transfer carries more than value. It carries purpose. Because your story, my child, is not meant to end in struggle. You were never created to spend your life fighting every day just to survive. You were created to flourish. To walk in abundance. To elevate. To step into the life that your soul has been craving silently for years. But hear me carefully, this blessing is time-sensitive. The moment you are reading these words is the moment the spiritual release has happened. But the physical manifestation depends on your willingness to open what I place in front of you now, not later. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Because the enemy has already sensed that something big is coming your way, and he will do everything he can, using people, fear, distraction, and confusion, to delay you again. This is why I speak urgently. This is why I say, open this immediately. Not because I want to pressure you, but because I want to protect you. My child, in the last months, you have felt a strange heaviness around your finances. You have wondered why things that should be easy have become unexpectedly difficult. You have felt blocked, stuck, drained, and emotionally exhausted. Even when you work hard, the results do not match your effort. And sometimes, you have questioned yourself, what am I doing wrong? Why is my life not moving? But you were not doing anything wrong. It was not your failure. It was a spiritual blockage. A veil placed over your abundance. A chain tied around your opportunities. But now, those chains are breaking. The veil is lifting. The blockage is dissolving. The path is clearing. And this transfer, this divine financial shift, is the first sign. My beloved child, listen carefully. There are people who have underestimated you. There are people who have spoken against you. There are people who have wished for your downfall while pretending to be happy for you. They saw your potential long before you saw it yourself, and instead of celebrating you, they feared your rise. And because of this fear, they created delays in your path. Some did this knowingly, others unknowingly. Some did it with jealousy, others with disguised manipulation. But I am your God. And I do not allow darkness to win over a soul I have chosen. You are chosen, my child. You do not belong to the ordinary. You belong to destiny. This is why I kept you even when life tried to break you. You survived emotional storms that would have destroyed others. You walked through loneliness that would have crushed weaker hearts. You endured betrayals that should have made you cold and bitter. But you stayed soft. You stayed pure. You stayed humble. And because your heart remained gentle in a world that tried to harden you, heaven remembered you. The transfer assigned to your name is not just earthly money, it's restoration for every tear you cried, every prayer you whispered in silence, every night you stayed awake thinking your life would never change. But now your life is shifting. The spiritual realm has already moved. Your name has been stamped on a blessing that cannot miss you, unless you delay. My beloved child, do you know why I tell you to open this immediately? Because hesitation attracts interference. Delay invites spiritual interruption. When heaven releases something, it must be received quickly, before the enemy attempts to intercept it again. This is your appointed moment. This is your season of release. This is the hour when the blessing arrives. But the blessing is locked behind a spiritual gate that must be opened through awareness, obedience, and readiness of heart. That is why I brought you to these words. That is why I guided your steps. That is why your spirit felt drawn here even before your mind realized what was happening. You are stepping into a divine financial shift that was written for you. And soon, you will understand why your journey had to be so difficult before this moment. Because once you receive what is coming, you will look back and see that your suffering was not punishment, it was preparation. You were being shaped, refined, strengthened, protected from wrong paths, prepared for doors that your character needed to be strong enough to walk through. My beloved child, I am not only sending abundance, I am placing you into alignment with your destiny. The money is only the beginning. What follows after this transfer will unfold like a series of breakthroughs in your life. One after another. One door opening another door. One blessing unlocking another blessing. But first, you must claim what is rightfully yours. And let me tell you the truth, someone tried to claim this in your place. Someone attempted to take credit for what was meant for you. Someone tried to block, delay, or redirect this heavenly provision away from you. For years, they succeeded. But now, I have stepped between you and every hand that tried to hold back your blessing. My child, I am restoring what was stolen. I am returning what was delayed. I am releasing what was locked. Your name has been written in spiritual ink, bright, undeniable, and unmovable, on this divine transfer. But you must take the final step. You must open this blessing now, without fear, without hesitation, without questioning whether you are worthy. Because you are worthy. I have seen your heart. I have watched your struggles. I have counted your tears. I have walked with you through every shadow, even when you felt alone. And now, I walk you into light. My child, hear me, this is not a message of hope. This is a message of confirmation. The shift is already happening. You are not waiting for it, you are stepping into it. And now that you are here, prepare your spirit for what I am about to reveal next. Because the blessing is huge. The transfer is real. And part of it carries details that will explain everything that has been happening behind the scenes. My beloved child, let your heart be still for a moment. Feel the shift happening inside you. Your spirit already knows that what you are reading is not ordinary. It carries weight because it carries truth. And I am not speaking to your ears, I am speaking directly to your destiny. Now listen closely, because in this part, I am revealing what has been hidden from you for years. I am showing you why this huge money transfer has your name on it, why it has been delayed, and why I am calling you to open it immediately. My child, the blessings I release are never random. I plan them with intention. I send them with purpose. And this provision, this abundance, this wealth that is assigned to your life. This is something that was written for you long ago, before people stepped into your life, before situations changed you, before betrayals wounded you, before you even knew struggle. But there are 3 reasons this blessing has been hidden until now, and I want you to understand each one clearly, because once you understand, your faith will rise, your hesitation will fall away, and your spirit will align with what I am about to release. The first reason is timing. My beloved child, do you remember all those moments in your life when you felt helpless? When every door closed? When you were surrounded by people, yet you felt completely alone? When you watched others rise while you kept falling? Those weren't accidents. Those were moments I used to prepare you. If this blessing had arrived earlier, you would not have known how to handle it. You would have placed your trust in the wrong hands. You would have shared it with people who were close in presence but not aligned in intention. You would have allowed those who envied you to sit at the table meant for your destiny. Now you have matured spiritually. Now you see differently. Now you feel energies more deeply. Now you understand how people's true intentions hide behind their words. Now you recognize fake love, silent jealousy, and masked manipulation. This maturity is not accidental, it is the very reason the blessing was delayed. Because what I am sending to you now must be protected, not wasted. The second reason is spiritual interference. My child, there has been a battle over your life that you could not see. There were forces that did not want you to succeed. Some were spiritual, some were human. Some were people who smiled in your presence but whispered against you behind your back. Some were individuals who pretended to support you but secretly hoped you would fail. Some were family. Some were old friends. Some were people you trusted more than they deserved. Some were people you barely knew, but their energy clashed with your divine path. These individuals created clouds around your blessings. They blocked opportunities, not always with action, sometimes with intention, with negativity, with resentment. Their energy interfered with your path. They spoke about you in ways that sent invisible obstacles into your destiny. But I watched. I listened. I observed every whisper, every intention, every action. And when the time came, I removed them from your life, sometimes gently, sometimes painfully. Some left suddenly. Some drifted away. Some hurt you before they left. Some betrayed you in ways you still don't fully understand. And some distance happened without explanation. Do not cry for who left. Do not question why they changed. Do not blame yourself for connections that faded. I removed them to clear the path for what is coming. Because if they stayed, your blessing would have been delayed again, or worse, stolen. This time, I am not allowing anyone to interfere. The third reason is your heart. My beloved child, your heart is rare. It loves deeply. It forgives easily. It trusts faster than most. You see goodness even in people who hide darkness. You give second chances even when they don't deserve first ones. You care even when no one cares back. This softness is your strength. But it has also been the reason you were wounded repeatedly. You carried burdens for others. You gave without receiving. You stayed loyal when others were temporary. You held on to people who let go of you long before. You poured into relationships that left you empty. But now, I have seen your endurance. Your heart has been tested, stretched, broken, and rebuilt. And through it all, you did not become bitter. You did not become like those who hurt you. You did not lose your compassion. You did not lose your innocence. And because you remained pure, even after betrayal and heartbreak, heaven has stamped your blessing with approval. Now, let me reveal something deeper. My child, do you know why the message says, your name is on a huge money transfer? Because in the spiritual records, your destiny carries value far greater than you realize. There is an inheritance, both earthly and heavenly, that was meant to reach you. But humans cannot send what is divine. Only I can. In the unseen realm, your name is glowing. It carries authority. It carries purpose. It carries protection. And it carries abundance that has been waiting for the right moment to be released into your hands. You have stepped into that moment. This money transfer represents more than wealth. It represents a new chapter, a new identity, a new level of life, a new spiritual status. A new personal power, a new beginning, a new rise after a long fall. For years, the enemy wanted you to believe that you were unlucky, forgotten, or cursed. He wanted you to think your life would always be hard. He wanted you to feel small, powerless, and insignificant. He wanted you to settle, to shrink, to accept less, to stop dreaming. But heaven never agreed with that. The angels never agreed with that. I never agreed with that. I created you for abundance. For elevation. For expansion. For greatness. And now I am restoring what was held back. But my child, before I reveal the deeper details of this blessing, you must understand something important. A blessing that arrives must be received, actively, consciously, spiritually. If you stay stuck in fear, doubt, hesitation, or disbelief, the spiritual gate will not remain open. This is why I keep telling you, open this immediately. The moment you hesitate, negative energies try to interfere. Old fears try to rise. Old voices try to speak. Old traumas try to whisper. Old patterns try to return. Old enemies try to sense movement. But when you step into alignment, when you open what I place before you instantly, those interferences lose power. They fall away. They dissolve. This blessing requires quick obedience because it is heavy, powerful, and destined to shift everything around you. My beloved child, let me take you deeper into what has been happening behind the scenes. You have felt strange changes around you lately. You have noticed unusual patterns. You feel tired without reason, you feel restless at night, you sense something coming, you feel energy shifts, you feel emotional waves, you feel sudden anxiety followed by sudden calm, you feel like something is about to break open. These are not random feelings. These are spiritual signals. These are the vibrations of a major shift approaching your life. These are the tremors that appear before a breakthrough erupts. These are signs that your spirit already knows something your mind is only beginning to understand. You are standing at the doorway of your elevation. The angels assigned to you have been preparing this moment. They have been aligning situations, removing obstacles, softening hardened paths, and exposing hidden enemies, so when this blessing arrives, nothing will stop it from reaching your hands. And now let me reveal something that will open your eyes. There was someone, yes, someone you know, who tried to claim this blessing in your place. They tried to step into your spiritual inheritance. They tried to intercept what was meant for you. They could not do it physically, but they attempted it energetically. They tried to become you in the eyes of the universe. They tried to redirect the abundance that had your name on it. They tried to steal what was assigned to you. But they failed. Because what is yours cannot belong to another. What I write for you cannot be rewritten by human hands. What I assign to you cannot be claimed by anyone else. This is why I stepped in. I blocked their access. I cut their connection. I closed their path. And I placed a divine seal on your blessing, one that only you can open. My beloved child, the angels have been sent to your side. They carry messages, signs, alignments, opportunities. And this transfer is one of the greatest of those signs. It carries the beginning of a new life, a new financial realm, a new spiritual identity. But here is something I want you to understand deeply. This is not a season for fear. This is not a season for confusion. This is not a season for waiting. This is not a season for doubting your worth. This is a season for receiving. You have done the work of endurance. Now you will experience the reward of obedience. My child, the blessing coming to you is so large that it will silence those who mocked you. It will confuse those who doubted you. It will shock those who betrayed you. It will humble those who underestimated you. And it will lift you in ways that even you cannot imagine yet. But everything depends on this. You must open what I place before you now. This is why this message found you. This is why your spirit felt pulled to it. This is why your heart is resonating with it. Nothing about this moment is accidental. You are being divinely positioned. And now, my beloved child, the next part of this message contains the final details, the revelation that ties everything together, the truth behind the transfer, and the instructions for what comes next. My beloved child, now that you have walked with me through the first two parts of this divine message, open your heart even more. Because what I am about to reveal now is not only the completion of this journey. It is the doorway into a new life that your soul has been waiting for. This final part carries clarity. It carries truth. It carries instructions. And it carries the final release of the blessing that has your name written on it in heaven's records. My child, all throughout your life, you have felt like something greater was meant for you. Something bigger than your environment, bigger than your struggles, bigger than the people who misunderstood you, bigger than the limitations life placed around you. Even in your lowest moments, a small voice inside you said, "My story is not meant to end like this." That voice was mine. You were created with purpose. Not the kind of purpose that fades, not the kind that gets overshadowed by circumstances, but the kind that survives storms, betrayal, heartbreak, and long seasons of silence. Because what is assigned to you cannot be erased by anyone, not even by your own mistakes. And now, my beloved child, I bring you to the deepest part of this revelation. The huge money transfer that has your name on it is not just a blessing, it is a divine correction. It is heaven's response to every injustice you faced. It is restoration for everything you lost. It is repayment for every season you were forced to struggle. It is compensation for every year you lived in survival instead of abundance. You see, my child, in the unseen realm, blessings accumulate. Every time someone hurt you, yet you forgave, a blessing was added to your name. Every time someone betrayed you, yet you remained kind, a blessing was added to your name. Every time someone used you, but you chose compassion instead of revenge, a blessing was added to your name. Every time you gave even when your own hands were empty, a blessing was added to your name. Every time you held on to faith when everything was falling apart, a blessing was added to your name. All these blessings have been waiting. Waiting for the right moment. Waiting for divine timing. Waiting for your soul to reach alignment. waiting for your heart to grow strong enough to receive what your destiny always held. And now, that moment has arrived. Your name is shining in the spiritual realm. It is surrounded by light, by angels, by destiny, by favor that is overflowing. This is why the blessing is huge, because it is not one blessing, but the release of many blessings all at once. My beloved child, let me show you the deeper truth. There were people who knew, long before you realized it, that you were chosen. They sensed destiny on you. They sensed grace around you. They sensed a rising energy in your spirit. And because they sensed it, some tried to keep you small. Some tried to dim your light. Some tried to discourage your dreams. Some tried to make you doubt yourself. Some tried to convince you that you would never have more than what you currently had. But they were wrong. Their words had no authority over your destiny. Their fear could not shrink what I designed for you. Their envy could not block what heaven had reserved. Everything they tried, failed. And in this season, it will become clear who was secretly rooting for your downfall. Because they will be the most shocked when your blessing arrives. My child, this message says, open this immediately, because this is the moment the spiritual gates are unlocked. This is the moment the angels stand ready. This is the moment your blessing becomes reachable. But blessings must be received with faith, not fear. With readiness, not hesitation. With belief, not doubt. Let me reveal a hidden truth. There is a spiritual law that says, what you do in the moment of divine release determines how fully you receive the blessing. If you hesitate, the blessing slows. If you doubt, the blessing dims. If you delay, the blessing waits. But if you open, respond, accept, and align, the blessing falls like rain. This is why I brought you to this message at the exact time you were meant to see it. Had you seen it too early, you would not have believed it. Had you seen it too late, the spiritual gate would have already begun closing. Right now, you are in the perfect timing. And now, my beloved child, let me reveal what this huge money transfer truly signifies for your life. It is the beginning of a new era. You are stepping into a chapter where your struggles will turn into stability, your stress will turn into strength, your prayers will turn into answers, your waiting will turn into receiving, your loneliness will turn into divine companionship, your confusion will turn into clarity, your obstacles will turn into open doors, your delays will turn into acceleration, your pain will turn into purpose. This transfer will not just change your finances, it will change your spirit. It will breathe life back into your dreams. It will remind you of who you are and who you have always been, a soul chosen to rise, a heart chosen to shine, a spirit chosen for greatness. My beloved child, I have watched you survive things that should have destroyed you. I have watched you hold yourself together when everything around you fell apart. I have watched you smile when your heart was breaking. I have watched you comfort others when you were hurting inside. I have watched you stay kind even when life was unkind to you. And because you stayed pure, because you stayed humble, because you stayed resilient, you have unlocked a blessing that only a pure heart can carry. Let me speak to your soul now. The person you were is no longer the person you will be. The life you lived is no longer the life you will live. The battles you fought are no longer the battles you will face. The limits you accepted are no longer the boundaries of your future. I am lifting you. I am expanding you. I am restoring you. I am elevating you. And this blessing, this huge transfer, is the key. My child, let me show you something important. In the next days and weeks, you will begin to notice signs. Not subtle signs, clear, direct, undeniable signs that your blessing is manifesting. These signs may include unexpected messages, sudden opportunities, unusual dreams, strong intuition, rapid shifts in energy, old connections falling away, unexpected support appearing, money flowing from unexpected directions, doors opening without effort, a feeling of something big is coming. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. And now, I give you the final instruction. Do not let fear block what I am sending. Do not let doubt silence your spirit. Do not let hesitation close your door. Do not let past trauma make you distrust the blessing. Do not let the enemy convince you that this is not for you. This blessing is yours. It has your name on it. It recognizes your spirit. It belongs to your destiny. And when I say, open this immediately, I mean open your heart, open your mind, open your spirit, open your readiness. Because the moment you open, the gate widens. The moment you accept, the blessing accelerates. The moment you align, the manifestation begins. My beloved child, I will now tell you something that only your soul will fully understand. You are entering a season where you will no longer chase, you will attract. You will no longer beg, you will receive. You will no longer hope, you will experience. You will no longer carry burdens, you will walk in grace. You will no longer live in scarcity, you will live in abundance. Because heaven has stamped your elevation with approval. And now, my child, I place this final message inside you. Do not fear the size of the blessing. Fear missing it. Open what I place before you. Step into what I am sending. Receive what has your name on it. Walk into the new chapter one have written for you. You are chosen. You are protected. You are guided. You are rising. And nothing, no human, no spirit, no circumstance, no delay, can stop the blessing that is now being released into your life. I am with you. I go before you. I surround you. I fill you. I elevate you. My beloved child. Walk forward. Your blessing is waiting for your hands. And heaven is ready to witness your rise.